Right, if you weren't here last time, we had an in-depth conversation about Arnie films. That's about it. Also, we're Zack. We're York. We're Zack. We're York. Yes, prepare yourselves, because we're still dealing with the priest. / doctor. Oh no, we finished with him, so what are we doing now? You trying to assert dominance with that stance? His arms are really long.
Salvation? I'll be happy to guide you.
No voice acting, huh? What do I mean mission saying these days? I don't appear to have a main mission. I remember, yeah, the Lord hungers, we did all that stuff. Maybe I just leave and something happens. If you didn't see us get a totem made out of cans and flowers and garbage like that, then you've missed a session. Gotta play the bongos. Do I? You have no idea. That's what I thought. Something will happen when we leave if we don't have a main mission. It's the only thing that makes sense. Hello, Windows. Presumably. Yes.
Hey, Agent York. What's next?
Yes, good question, Patty.
Fear not, Patty. Our next stop is that stylish woman's
Oh,
house.
right, of course.
Her name is Helena Doman, and apparently she lives in this town.
What? You want to go meet her?
You know her?
Did we go through that already?
Everyone calls her Lena. Hey, how'd you figure out her name anyway? No one told you, right?
That's true. No one told me, verbally. By pure chance, Zack and I happened to acquire this. We picked it up from the ground while the pastor was busy crying. Patty, this is a prescription for a female hormone medication. Which means this person is undergoing hormone treatment. Understand? It's the aura.
Ah, yes, of course.
This is the ticket to the goddess that we were meant to find at the White Hall. I just remembered something that Melvin said to me in the holding cell. Professor R isn't exactly a normal woman, according to him. Now it all makes sense, Patty. Lena Doman is the stylish woman we've been searching for. Professor R in the flesh.
You know, Agent York, you might
I'm guessing this might be the cutscene that they altered.
Yes, I'll be honest with you, Patty. Both Zack and I are extremely talented.
Very modest, too.
So I hope you can trust us and continue working as our assistant.
And presumably that's a during the day type affair, so we can go there now. It's quite far away. But who would I be if I didn't skateboard there? Oof. There's a very large red dot around this corner. Oh wait, no, it's a lot of squirrels. Squirrels are vicious in Louisiana. Wait, you watched the scene that they cut? Oh, I was looking at chat and I just killed an old lady who's now, that was a little strange. I don't know if that was an old lady or not.
So, what do you think of it? Yes.
I was hoping there'd be a new conversation.
Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside?
Yeah,
the
but people
realms
complaining about it and
too
something
early to
being a
tell.
genuine
But it's
issue are
true.
two very different
The key
things,
to
especially when
uncovering
Twitter
this
is
case's
involved.
mysteries. That's what my
But
soul
this has been
says.
patched, so whatever it was is gone now. Or altered.
By the way, Zack, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds
Yeah,
me of
Carruthers, you know
someone.
this.
Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciated my X-Men joke.
His name?
Red tree.
Ah, yes,
red
that's
red
it.
tree. That's not
Scatman
cool.
Croth-
That's an evil tree. I think we might have found our murderer. Wait, there hasn't been another murder. We found our future murderer. She's got the evil tree. Can't get in from around here. Is she going to be this game's Forrest Casing? I mean, as far as I could understand what was going on, York seems perfectly fine, and it was purely that Melvin is perhaps not okay with it, and it's okay to have a character if it's not okay with it if that's their character. Just like it's okay to have a homophobic character if that's their character, as long as they're not put on a pedestal, they're chastised for it, etc.
The address on the prescription led us to this house.
Seems like she ain't home. No lights on,
It's the middle of the day, Patty. Buy whichever light's on. I am, first of all, going to go to the red tree because that caught my eye. Does it have the seeds? No seeds. Definitely an evil tree, though. It's wearing a tie. That means it's evil. Punch the red tree, York. Punch it. In about 5 years, it's going to cause you nothing but misery. And then you're going to get tree cancer. It's York doing it, not Melvin?
Professor R's never home, you know.
Patty, why do you know so much about Professor R?
I don't know that much, really.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me. You also knew about San Rouge, didn't you? And when I tried to ask you more about it back then, you gave me an evasive answer. You're my assistant, aren't you? If you are, then you need to tell me everything you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena.
Oh, there you go.
He said it's stupid for a
Oh,
man
okay,
to
so
wanna turn
Melvin
into a
is just transphobic. It's part of his character.
What?
woman. And he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her.
Which might have some depth later on, given that he's a black cop and he's been racisted at by the
He said
Clarksons.
If you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd start to hate this town.
That's ridiculous. Why would I ever hate this town? Because one of its inhabitants is transgender? Why in the world would that make a difference to me?
The other folks in town said the same thing as Daddy. They all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R, and about how she's waging war against the Clarksons.
I mean, even if he does dead name her later, I mean, it's pretty
They all say
clear
we
that
ain't
he's not
supposed to talk
against her.
about it.
I don't see the issue, but then Twitter loves to kick up a fuss about something they haven't fully researched. Also, I apologise if there's more background noise, but it's roasting tonight, so I'm opening my window a little bit. Although I think the wind will blow it closed.
And here I'd assumed that ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century.
Like, he's saying all the right things. I see no issue with this, especially if they haven't fully transitioned, then their legal name wouldn't be changed yet, right?
I guess I really am an outsider after all.
They're going by the name Professor R.
I thought that everyone was cooperating with my investigation. But it turns out they were all hiding key information from me.
Oh, look.
Damn it, Zack. This just made me hate the
See,
countryside
look,
for the first time
what is
in
wrong
my
with
entire
anything
life.
he is saying here? I'm just annoyed at Twitter.
Oh, I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. Person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human
Why haven't I
being.
seen a screenshot of York saying this circulating to her?
We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are.
Although this maybe is new, I guess. I don't know for sure. I doubt they got him in to
Feel the
record
need
more
to
lines,
hate
however.
Lena for no reason. No matter what the people around you say, you can't let them control you. Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people. I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
He probably shouldn't be lecturing her about it, given that she's the only one who is okay.
I won't.
He should be lecturing Melvin.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether. She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R, I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
Honestly, that seems like one of the best ways I've seen that particular thing handled in a game. And it's in bloody deadly Premonition 2. Because you know how other games would have done it? We would have met Professor R, and in the first 5 seconds of dialogue they would have brought up that they're trans. That's what would have happened.
Do this, and you will see the other world.
Zack, did you hear that? It's another oracle. I assume. this
Oh,
means we're
Mass
getting
Effect
closer to the
Andromeda
truth.
did it, Pillars of
Well, this
Eternity
is good.
2 did it that way.
We don't have any other big
Oh,
clues at the
absolutely
moment.
lazy,
What do
just
you say
looking
we
for that check
continue
mark.
the skeletal gentleman's game?
Sorry, I like Luhungen, so I don't want to talk over him. We can move on. This game handled that well. That's all I'm saying. I did not listen to the Oracle,
After I
however.
spent the 90s listening to nothing but punk rock, I fell out of touch with music. But the digital audio player I received last Christmas changed everything.
You got a Zoom.
Nowadays, people can walk around with thousands of songs in their pockets.
Listen to
Following
the
me here,
two
Zack? That's right.
Insan
This
drink
oracle is
dry the
connected
fire
to
war?
music.
It's got to be the pub. Pardon me.
The two ends refer to neither periods nor a movie's credits. They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And what's a word that has 2 Z's in it? Jazz, of course.
Oh, I stopped myself saying something there. Nothing about what we were talking about just now. Just a word that had 2 Z's in it.
Remember, we're in Louisiana here.
That one's staying to myself. See you later, Luke.
The fire
No, you
water
can't
is
hear it
even
either,
easier.
Sora. Why are you yawning at me? It's way too early for that.
It's alcohol. Let's go to that jazz bar and have a drink. While
And we already
consider
got
our
drunk
next
at the
plan of
jazz
action.
bar last night, but whatever. We can do that twice in a row. Why not? We
This
can
is
talk to
all
Xavier
part of our
again.
job, isn't it, Zack?
Is he saying the FBI is paying him to get drunk? So we didn't actually decrypt anything there because there was only a single option, but that's fine.
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Come in.
Oh, Daddy.
DC
Now, can
Eagle
you text
here.
during cutscenes?
Got any news for
See?
me?
There you go. No, you can't have the Switch controller. I need that.
Well, Mr. York, we got ourselves a bit of a problem here.
What sort of problem?
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galena's killer on his own. If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us. And it sure won't be wrapped up the way you want it to, Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem.
You should probably shoot them, Melvin.
Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control. Melvin, I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
Professor R?
That's right.
That ain't such a good idea.
I didn't ask for your personal opinion.
Yeah, you tell him.
Especially if it comes from an antiquated,
See?
xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Although the word shouldn't be xenophobic, but still.
Whoa now, Mr. York. What's going on here? I didn't...
This conversation is over, Melvin. You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Fine. Whatever you say.
See, Melvin doesn't like us now, but he got put in his place.
Also,
I know, I agree.
sorry,
I
but
know
would you
he
mind
did.
coming to
I
pick
saw
up
it.
Patricia? I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
Yeah, you're right. CLG's still too young for
She was standing next to a dismembered corpse this morning.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too. Don't leave me out of this.
No, Patricia. You signed a contract with me, remember? I promised to protect you from all the
Sora.
evil in our world.
She must hear something because I've got the window open now that's bugging her. I don't hear anything.
That's not what it means.
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child. And there are certain things a child like you doesn't need
Yeah,
to learn
dead,
about.
mutilated corpses, fine. Booze, no.
Just go home for today. Zack and I are both in agreement on this one.
Death is rated E for everyone? Well, everyone does do it. Sticking her tongue out. They didn't want to animate it, so they put it in brackets.
I'm so glad you understand, Patty. Okay, Melvin, that's that. I'm leaving her here. The rest is in your hands.
He doesn't know where here is. You never told him where you are.
Roger that. I'll take care of her, Mr. York.
That's fine. Apparently he knows. Drink the firewater at Owl's Nest. So that doesn't open until like 5. We're going to have to go to a vending machine and buy some more cigarettes. Just going to ignore... Well, of course this is a prequel to the first game, so he doesn't know the red tree is bad. But it's very telling if you played the first game. Well, I guess we already know that she's up to something because she watched Lisa's murder, but... I forgot about that part. I was going to say there might be a good reason for that, but probably not. And I don't know for sure if I need to activate those, but whatever. So nearest vending machine, we could customize a skateboard. No, we couldn't. It's probably closed. The nearest vending machine to the booze house is there. So we shall go there. I was a stink agent last time, but I showered. And we can change back into our good suit tomorrow. Like in-game tomorrow, I mean. Is that a tank up ahead? No, it's a fancy sports car, but it decides to stay still. It's also very, very small. This is overly small, right? I know sports cars are kind of low to the ground and stuff. This is like one of my miniatures compared to the car miniatures I have. This doesn't seem right. That's a person's hair! That's a person's hair. I thought it was a brain. That is the hair of the driver. Right there. Anyway, the scale seems off to me. Or the car has a wig. But if that's the case, you just pointed it out and made it really embarrassing for him. You probably shouldn't have done that. Cars have feelings. That's why so many people try to have sex with them. Run over the red squirrel. Run over the red squirrel! Oh, you're lucky. You didn't hear me the first time, I'm not going to say it the second time. Should probably save actually, just in case. Take no chances. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, but there will be a Batman Miniature Game Battle Report live tomorrow. I recorded it earlier today. I recorded it very early in the morning. I somewhat regret it. There were some gaffes. I don't know what I'm going to have ready for Monday. Probably Gotham City Chronicles, but I need to record it. I have Harley Quinn on my desk in front of me here, like 60% done. Her classic costume mini. Which one is it that has cigarettes? This one? Nope. I'm gonna buy a donut though, because it looks so damn good. Wait, none of these sell cigarettes. Crap. We have one on us, I think. I'm sure I've seen cigarettes for sale in here somewhere. Oh, was it in the hotel? Ooh, hey, that's a big bonus. Owl's Nest. Yes, we've already been here again. We talked to Xavier. Zack, it's a case of bad timing.
Zack, it appears to be closed. Let's come back during business hour.
It opens at... It's Monday, 5 PM. Okay. Wrong button. I love that it doesn't go down to the lowest item. Oh no, I don't have any! Sure, let's use some sunscreen. Let's use some mint gum. If I find a camping place nearby, I can sleep till 5 AM. I don't want to just sleep in the middle of nowhere though. They're in parks, right? It's a weird looking house / garage. The dog is now lying in a heap behind the chair I'm sitting in. I wonder what I could hear. Was her kind of nestling against the chair leg? Washing shop. Skateboard graffiti. Clearly York made it because it says skateboard. Okay, now come on. I know again it's a small car, but this scale does not seem correct to me. This scale does. This scale does not. Maybe York's just really tall and wide. Oh, come on, don't be the only park that doesn't have one of those camping spots. Bollocks. Hey, Melvin's got a house down here. I guess we'll catch a ride back to the hotel. If they are a Japanese car, then that's a misinclusion because we're supposed to be in Louisiana in 2005. Boy, we get to log in, zone into the hotel and then zone back out. Looks like she's getting ready to do a high kick. I just realised we could also just sleep in our room until 5, but I do want to buy some more cigarettes. Did they use Fast and Curious music for that? I don't know, I can't hear the music.
Very good, sir. Please.
Sells root beer now. Let's take a few of these and a few... oh. That's very expensive cigarettes.
Serving you.
Considering we're buying
Please do
individual
let me
ones.
know if there is any...
No, let's just go sleep till 5. Hello, Crispy. Do I have any more dealies? Can probably guarantee you that you can get through the entirety of the game without ever touching this thing. But yeah, 5 was when it opened, right? This should be fine. Yeah, we should quickly have a meal as well. Yes, but did you play Pokemon Go though?
That's what I'm talking about. You can... So make sure...
I believe today I will have the Banana Fosters.
Thanks, mister. Next time you get a hankering for old-time Creole food, just stop on...
To the booze hall. I am going to fast travel, but I'm not going to fast travel from there because they specifically told me it costs more. You're on your phone. It corrected Pokemon to Pikeman. Speaking of food, I cooked a nice cheese and onion omelette for lunch today. It's loading. You know how it is, 50-second load time. To the booze cabin. That is very strange art. It's a child soldier, but it's also framed. Weird. Yeah, it does kind of look like the Banksy style. Well, imitation of.
Look, Zack. That seat is beckoning us.
Where's Xavier? Sit at the bar.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire
You
water.
really shouldn't impersonate Hungan's accent, York, though. That's a line you shouldn't keep crossing.
Do this, and you will see the other world. Hungan's oracle pointed us to this bar. So we must have to do something here. But I feel like the fire water part is missing something.
Okay. Okay, it knows we've met Xavier. Good. If this were a normal case... Tyrone Sanders, Speedwitch, Emma Sanders, and Xavier Johnson. His solitary white garment. Yep, that describes him. Cool. It all makes sense, clearly. That sign correctly says good drank instead of good drink.
Zack, do you see that? It's a gigantic go sign. I think someone's trying to send us a very powerful message here. That settles it. This must be a singularity. Beautiful lipstick. The color red suits you.
Thank you. Red is the color of life. No human who knows the joy of life would ever hate this color. Or would they?
Yes. Oh, Professor R didn't have a red letter.
Maybe. Maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life. It sometimes even steals the lives of those who drown themselves in it. Catch my drift?
Before a candle's flame burns out, it burns brighter than ever before, blazing like a shining red star. Don't you think that instant is more valuable than a century of smoldering?
Blue nails? Would that get up?
That blaze doesn't cast out the darkness. It only emphasizes it. But where are my manners? I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Let me get straight to the point. You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And you were also involved with Galena Clarkson's death. Correct?
Objection, leading the witness.
Agent Morgan, are you a man who can hold his liquor?
I'd love some firewater.
We're similar. You and I.
Really? I don't see the resemblance.
Well, you should. Look deeper. Think about who you were when you were first born, and who you are now.
She knows about
Different
Zack.
selves exist inside your body.
Are you talking about Zack?
How does she know that? Red tree.
I was born as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so. And this is a small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine.
Okay, so she did kind of say it, but
Especially
still.
from my father.
We knew
Parents are
way in
supposed to raise
advance.
their children with love. That's the norm, right? Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it? That story makes no sense to me. Think about it. They didn't burn you in a witch hunt, nor did they ever try to take your life. Yet here you are, letting your selfish fantasies drive you to torch the entire town with vengeful fire. Why did you abandon your inheritance only to end up in a place like this? What do you hope to achieve?
You've already figured out that much. Leonard doesn't exist anymore. He disappeared from me a long time ago. All that's left now is the Red Soul.
The Red Soul?
The Red Soul gives me strength and courage. And I vowed to use
Yeah,
that
I could tell that
strength
was
to
cut
change this world.
because she was reacting to something he didn't say.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
We appear to have been drugged.
So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
That's ridiculous.
Our world is home to scarier monsters than violence and prejudice.
Ugh. Zack.
Someday, even your best friend will abandon you.
No. Never.
And in the end, you'll be all alone.
Zack and I We'll always be together.
How does she know so much? Red tree.
Daddy!
Oh god, it's the same model from Deadly Premonition 1.
Daddy! Where are you, Daddy? Don't leave me here!
Yeah, she seems to be like first casing. A vessel for the red tree.
Please!
I'm not controlling this incidentally, it's just doing it.
I can't find Mommy either! Don't leave me alone!
This is before he remembered what they did.
Please!
Sorry, I thought that was the switch falling asleep.
Please, Daddy! Please, Daddy!
FK in the coffee.
She got us, Zack. She spiked the drink with some sort of sleeping pill. No wonder they call her the Professor. Whew. But that was a rash move. Perhaps she realized that she's finally crossed the point of no return. Or... We need to head to the Clarksons at once before it's too late. We can still stop this.
Stop what? Is she going there to murder them? It's gonna take a while. Even if he did use her old name, within the context they were talking about their other selves, so it makes sense. Plus he was in the process of being drugged. There's lots of context that is probably missing from an outraged tweet from someone who isn't even most likely trans themselves. Because people love getting offended on behalf of people they don't know about. On Twitter, and in general. But especially on Twitter. Jesus, right, 3,600 meters?
So, what do you think of him?
Yeah, let's hear this conversation again.
Talking about him. Hunda, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of...
Yeah, it's not so much white knighting, it's more like shite knighting.
It's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zack, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African.
I need to check them out because I need to know where the bridge is. Okay, not the next left, not the next left, the next left. As do I. It's gotten worse during the lockdown because people have nothing better to do, so they spend more time on Twitter. Is this the right one? Yeah, okay. Second guess myself. Wait, this is going really far out of town though, huh? Where the... Oh, there it is. Okay. No, you saw a UFO. I'm not being sarcastic, incidentally. You saw a UFO. You can shoot them down for money. If I see another one, I'll stop and show. Oh, there's one. It's a little too high, though. Oh, this must be where the band practice. I'm looking for fast travels to unlock as well. Hello, Halo. You did miss the beginning of the Daily Premonition 2 section, yes. You actually missed some good stuff. Now you get to watch us skateboarding out to a weird mansion in the middle of nowhere. We did also get drugged, yes. Okay, we're out of Lucati. Oh, thank you. Also, was that someone not of a minority telling two people of a certain minority not to, or what to do about their minority? It's a very accurate representation of Twitter, thank you. I shouldn't speak for Evil Vice President. Evil Vice President, would you like, well, we don't know their sexuality, but let's presume they're straight. Would you like a straight person to educate you on how minorities, such as homosexuals, are treated or not treated? Or represented? Exactly. That is also my sentiment. The truth. What's a brand of cigarette? Probably just wanted to pull in front of that van, see what would happen. Incidentally, that person followed just to try and leave that message. Yes. Well, you have to be a follower to type in my chat. I don't have, like, you have to be a follower for X number of days, but you have to be a follower. It keeps the bots away. So they probably had it pre-typed, then followed so they could type it. This is going to be a singularity version of the Clarkson estate. This is very similar to a scene from, well, sorry, an area from Red Dead Redemption 2. If it was in a PS1 game. Am I actually going to have to shoot these people? I couldn't help but notice they all kind of had the same design, meaning they might be just generic enemies. They probably would have shot by now. You cool with this? Okay. Yeah, he looked a little... Well, maybe they've all been given Saint Rouge. Or maybe they're all on Saint Rouge. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we are going to fight again. Good. Get ready for Snarf. Who's the boss going to be? Is it going to be her, or is it going to be the guy with the missing hand? I'm going to put a bet on it's going to be the guy with the missing hand.
Zack, it's a singularity. The Oracle was right on the mark. The mouth to the other world is open, ready to swallow us alive. I think this case is finally starting to come together.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's too early to be Eye Patch Guy. He seems like the big boss. Well, he's the big boss of the Clarksons. He also seemed to have more of his shit together, so he doesn't seem like he's on the drug. You made that same joke last time.
Here we go again, Zack. You're as excited as I am, aren't you?
Snarf.
You don't have to explain
Oh
everything.
god, it looks identical to the
No
other
need
area.
for words right now. Not while this eccentric, provocative experience is begging us to come inside.
Excuse me? Got the gun? Yep, got the gun. Snarf! Oh, sorry, doesn't like when I say that, apparently. All I said was snarf. Oh, that's a new enemy type. I recognise it from the original screenshots for the game. What are they going to say? Lionel? He kind of just went... Blur, blur, blur. Oh, I thought you were dead. I couldn't hear him because Sora won't shut up. Sora! Snarf. Yeah, I see you staring at me. I told you to shut up. Pulcinella fragment? Let's reload again. Hey. We don't have nearly as many bullets as I did last time. I had like 400. Okay, there's another enemy over there. Paralysis and cramps. When you become paralyzed or get cramps, cause you to freeze up when you try to move, such as when dodging, aiming, or fighting. Use a special item. I don't have a freeze. Wait, do I? I have an anti-numb. That probably does it. Need to eat that donut I bought as well. I'm gonna eat both donuts. Not that. Yeah, I think I read it. We haven't lost enough health yet to bother with a heal, I think. They just go blah. That's less interesting. So there must be an item hidden behind this because we have to go around to get it. He instantly turned around when I shot him, yeah. She looked at the TV when he said that. Snarf indeed. Only 2 enemies that time. No rubber bullets, huh? If there is a boss, that may be bad. Okay, we got a box there. That's not too... How much are we up to? 257? I think I had up to like 600 in the first dungeon and was down to 400 something after the boss. That's not how you get around there, huh? Sorry, shut up. It's not time yet. You're way too early for mooching for attention. We can't just walk around that. Whoops. I should probably use one of the small makers. That's just you're wasting inventory space. Oh, you can't stack the cigarettes. Didn't I pick up a box of water earlier? The bullets? Yes. But you go through them pretty quick. They all lived. I love that they're chained to doors and they just kind of stand there. Oh, hello, sir. Snarf. So what am I gonna do? I've got a huge door strapped to my back. This appears to be a dead end, though. This was just for items. Oh wait. Nope. Cappuccino or Capitana fragment? Feeling there's no map of the demon world. Ah. I believe we may have found the way. So many snarfs. So little time. Which is what Lionel said frequently. $22 for a dual kill bonus, huh? They really do just stand there. Okay. Come on, I know you're there. They're taking a few more bullets to die, so they have increased in quote-unquote difficulty. All these extra items are going to storage incidentally because my inventory is filled. What? You don't like him doing that? Oh, he was shit. His padlocks turned into snakes. Spiders? Crabs? Okay, so that's what he does to attack. He makes padlock crabs. How silly of me, how could I not have foreseen this difficulty spike? Padlock crabs. Can I send in? No, I can't. I need a storage box. Shush. Oh, it's a door! Okay, given that our inventory's full, there's not really much point in looting, so let's just see what we're up against while we still have ammo. Is that enough tension for you, dog? Yeah?
Zack, do you feel it? Something happened here.
Did it?
It's the same feeling I got when we entered the place where Lise died.
Investigation start.
Professor R, Lena, came in here alone. It looks like nothing but a suicide attempt to me. Did she have some trick up her sleeve?
Profiling, sorry, not investigation. Okay, let's store some of the cigarettes and some of these small heals. So much coffee. With 17 boxes, alright, that's probably good enough. Is there a save? Yes. We might as well investigate this first.
That face, Zack. She looks so calm and collected. Perhaps she intended to take her own life after she murdered Philip. But that wouldn't solve anything. We know how calculating she is. Surely she must have understood that.
Now you decide to come back, huh? What for?
Oh, was she the son that he hated or something?
From me. Planning God knows what. Too bad it ain't gonna amount to anything. It don't matter what you do. The Clarkson family is already on its last legs. After only a single century, we're on
I think
the
that's what it may
verge of
be.
losing all that power our ancestors built up for us. Ever since the day you left
Yeah,
home,
that's what it was.
that was the
He couldn't accept that his son wanted a sex change.
Zack, that's a miniature bomb. Lena must have set it here. Is this her trump card? It looks pretty elaborate. Another accolade for the professor. She also displayed expert precision when she used that fire to make my cocktail. Her wisdom gave birth to San Rouge. She must also have an advanced understanding of chemistry. I just hope she hasn't laid any other traps for us up ahead.
Yes, I abandoned my family. But that has nothing to do with the Clarksons' downfall. It's much more complicated than that.
Oh, I agree. It's a hell of a lot more complicated. Just look at these assholes. They're so goddamn stupid.
It's like when I
They
try and
won't
read
even
text when we're playing
shit
a
unless I
quote-unquote
tell them
PS1
to
game.
do it. And you know what? Back in the old days, that was A-okay. Don't like someone? Beat the piss out of them. Need something? Steal it from the sucker next door. Life was so much simpler back then. And time flowed in proper accordance with human behavior. But now... it's all so complicated now. Everything's changed.
Oh, come on.
They certainly look a little rough around the edges. Perhaps we should just call them the Clarkson Gang. They're holding their weapons like total amateurs, which means they must not have had any formal training. Even if they came
But
rushing
even
in
having
all at
held
once,
a
they'd still be no match for
three-hand
us.
gun.
Maybe the Clarksons aren't as fearsome as the rumors make them out to be.
That one just has a knife. He wasn't even allowed a gun.
Or perhaps they've fallen into such a decline that they can't even manage their own allies any longer.
Yeah, the Clarkson legitimate businessman.
The legacy of the Clarksons is like a candle in the wind. A sad vestige of what it used to be. But it's not completely dead yet.
So what? You came here to snuff it out yourself?
Oh, no. I didn't come to snuff anything out. I came to make it burn red once more.
What in hell is with you? Did that red powder finally make you lose your mind?
Philip J. Clarkson. The horrible father that Professor R spoke of. Of course, he looks perfectly calm. It's hard to believe that it's only my second time seeing him. He's an overwhelming
These
man.
gunmen are all lefties. Maybe they're not so bad after
Just
all.
like you said, times have changed. You've gotten old. Your power is waning. But I'm not going to let things end here. After you and all the old tumors die, the goddess will take control of Lucare, and all of Louisiana for that matter. The goddess of fertility, with all her newfound might.
And who's that supposed to be? You? Ha! That's a good one. You know, you're just as dumb as everyone else. You never see
See you later.
things for
Thanks,
how they
Punchuk.
really are.
Dark laughter. Except it's not dark laughter, it's normal laughter.
Here, go on. Take my life. You can have it. Do whatever you want with me. But don't you forget, that's Clarkson blood you got running through those veins. Oh, you took the long way to it. But it looks like you be inheriting our legacy after all. Just like I always wanted you to.
Oh, I won't be inheriting anything.
What?
I'm not the goddess of fertility either.
Well, then...
But I'm still powerful.
We'll have to imagine this bit. But if this happened, why is there no blood?
Professor R fought hard in this hall. And the last gunshot we heard sounded ominous, Zack. Everything she says seems to hint at some deeper meaning. The goddess of fertility taking over all of Louisiana with her newfound power? The details elude me, but she's clearly plotting something big.
She's talking about Patricia.
But if she dies here, she'll never be able to complete it.
At least, well, we know Patricia's in charge of the place in the future, but maybe that's after you stop someone else, I guess.
Why risk it then? Oh well. Let's continue on, Zack. I'm sure we'll find the answer once we reach the inner sanctum.
I think we're gearing up for a boss. Yeah, we're gearing up for a boss. Definitely are. Good grief. She left her bomb. Didn't even use the damn thing. Hello, yes, I'd like to save before a boss fight, please. Now, the only worry about this is if this is a chapter end after a boss, that means we're probably going to have to sit through 40 minutes of talking to Zack. Hopefully not, but I sense it coming. Oh, or maybe we just walk back out? That was definitely prepping us for something, though. After you too, sir. Good moment to you. Good snarf to you. Gotta reload my hand real quick. Sorry, I didn't like the noise that one did. They're saying like snip, snip, snip. That's what I was trying to do from the start. Oh, it's okay. No, it's okay. Staring at me in silence is almost as bad as when you whine at me. A desk will stop him. Still think that one-handed guy's gonna... Well, actually no. He won't be the boss because we've seen him around town in too many places where it's just kind of idle. I have a feeling that's going to continue. Probably have to clear this room over here to make that open. Or not. I'm getting given too many items. What the? It won't let me draw my gun? There we go. To you. You all kind of in a stupor, chat. Oh no, not the crabs. There's not a lot to say, I guess, so until we get to the next boss or cutscene. Although speaking of which, I believe we have access now. Looks like it. Good snarf to you too. The brain is looking at your ear again? Ah, the movie juice, yes. Let's use a small heal, because we'll probably get one in this room. Ah, you're painting still, while watching. What are you painting? Sora's painting Bork. Yes, I know. You're painting Bork, I told them. I don't think they're interested in receiving a commission for Bork from you. It doesn't have high market value. She sneezed. You assembled some forbidden minis? What do you mean forbidden? Saga minis. I have no idea what those are. Other than what you just said, obviously, which is they're 28 yards. What the? My gun isn't working again. Wonder if the Joy-Con's running out of batteries. So that numb effect kicks in quite often, huh? Great animation for her too. You can buy upgrades for your gun, but I haven't unlocked anything else. I've got more magazine size. Oh, they just disappear after a little while. One of the stats effect will wear off by itself. I should have one more anti-numb on me, I think. Oh, she doesn't like the menu noise, that's what's setting her off as well. I wonder if that's why my gun wasn't drawing sometimes, because the numb was kicking in. Well, we made it to either a boss or getting out here. Good luck! Oh, minis that aren't supposed to be out yet? What minis aren't supposed to be out yet?
Now this is a surprise.
You're surprised. This is my house. And I can set foot wherever
I appear to be talking to a Force ghost.
My own house. Or is that against the law now, too, FBI?
What big release is happening this week? Indomitus?
Where's Professor R? I know she came here.
100 years ago,
Wow.
my father, Isaac Clarkson,
Isaac?
came to this town and subjugated its people with his might. In time,
I'm pretty sure I saw him
he
looking at a
created an
skeleton.
empire that put the entire southwest region of Louisiana right in the palm of his hand. Whenever any of his kin betrayed him, he'd cut 'em limb from limb and make an example of 'em. The shadows need a way of keeping the balance too, you see. That's why the severed roots exist. Sometimes they chop a fella's ears off, maybe scoop his eyes out. Then they chop off all the limbs. Either way, they all ended up looking the same in the end. No different from mixing up the ingredients in your food.
She's playing with a toy in her bed next to me.
But this is sick.
V for Vendetta.
Why would any soul ever need to line up the stumps all neat like this? What's happening in Lucari right now ain't right. It ain't nothing like what we got up to back in my day. You know, kinda feels like what you call pure evil. I'll be real honest here. Right now, I'm afraid. The evil that's taking this era by the balls is trying to gobble up Lucari.
This guy's a Force Ghost, yes.
Francis York Morgan, you FBI son of a bitch. Just what in hell did you come to this town for?
Well, I hate to rain on your sensational parade of a monologue, but my answer is simple. I came here chasing a drug called Sang Rouge that's been steadily permeating the southern states. And I plan to arrest all the perpetrators involved in the name of justice.
Undark laughter.
Oh, you sure sound like a devil, all right.
So be it. You're free to interpret my words any way you like.
Well, interpret this. You've come here to bring death and destruction to our town, or my name isn't P.J. Clarkson. You leave a mountain of corpses in your wake. So go on and suffer in the name of justice or whatever you want to call it.
She can hear another dog barking. Yeah, I hear it too. You can hear it.
Zack, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prove
Yeah, did we
that
just had a
fight on the
conversation with a
side of
ghost?
justice.
Of someone who might still be alive, we're not sure.
But why was Philip here in the first place? I thought we were inside her mind. No need to answer, Zack. The only reason this world's so fun is because of all the mysteries it holds.
That might be the only explanation we get, for the record. The dog Lena was looking for, it kind of looks like Lise. Okay. Well, we can't give it to her now because she's dead, but... Oh, maybe the husband wants it, though. That could be the thing he was talking about. Kind of a sick thing to want, but whatever. Keep on expecting it to be a boss fight in the end of the chapter. At this rate, if it is the end of the chapter and it will jump straight into Zack again, we'll do a break like we did. Well, I'll say we'll do a break. That's where we'll end the stream. On a cliffhanger of a 40-minute conversation between unlikable characters. Hello, good sir. Goodbye, good sir. Can you do that with the padlock crabs? He did it with the padlock crabs. Oh, those ones exploded. The last ones didn't do that. Exploding padlock crabs. Yes, it's all falling into place. Bullets we were off 400, we should be fine. Appears to be a dead end. Well, a lot of loot. You missed the backwards walking zombies. What about the ones that took forever to die? And they were patched to die quicker. The ones that kind of jumped on the wall and cloaked. Yeah, you had to keep on dodging the vaginal fart clouds. That's a sentence? Yeah, I should have just said queef. Sorry. There's another way to go in here, huh? And here? It's confusing. Did that open this one or the one behind me? This one. That was a little weird. This is pretty much the best game the PS1 never had. Okay, so now the other way's open, I think. Repopulated enemies too. Are they the exploding crabs or are they the normal crabs? Normal. Peace and earth to you too. Probably should have rethought the whole how often paralysis procs thing. Didn't affect him. Blah, 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 blah. See you later. Boss fight? Force Ghost? Force Ghost.
I grew up in this room. As my back broke under all my father's expectations.
Your cocktail was delicious. So delicious, in fact, that it carried me off into a dream. Huh.
She's also apparently a magician.
Professor R, what did you hope to achieve by coming back to this house? I don't believe for a moment that you'd ever risk your life just to get revenge on your father.
Leonard Clarkson. That was my name when I lived here. Everyone called me Lenny. My father taught me all sorts of things so that I would grow up to become a proper heir. How to manipulate people. How to properly use tools such as violence and rewards. But I could never bring myself to care about any of it.
You left this place in order to find your true self. But what did that achieve? In the end, you fell back into Lucare. And now you spend your time selling the new drug you created, preying on the weak. You and the Clarksons are exactly alike in that regard. No, you choose your victims indiscriminately, which makes you even uglier.
Some people find joy in ruining themselves, offering up their lives to whatever they worship. This cycle has repeated itself since long ago. To me, it's the most noble of actions. Surely you must agree, Agent Morgan.
Stop trying to rationalize your crimes with that dramatic gibberish. Vicissitudo, the Latin word used to describe a fluctuation between two polar opposites. Galena's body wasn't a declaration of war. It was this, wasn't it? Those severed roots were fakes. Who did you force to kill Galena?
I can't believe you figured out that much. You're dangerous.
What you're talking about is true madness, not some noble fairy tale.
You're going to shoot me. Okay. Go ahead and shoot. Come on! Shoot me!
Did he actually? No, she vanished.
The Clarkson bloodline is cursed. It needs purification. A blood purge.
So she manipulated / bribed / someone into cutting up Galena's corpse. Well, She wasn't a corpse of that. You know what I mean. Do we stop here, or do we hope that this is actually a boss? Well, you know what? I'll save here. We go through this door, it's a boss fight? Fine, we'll do it. If it's another corridor, we're going to save it for next time, because this has been going on for quite a while. I want to make sure I save that by saving it again. I get paranoid about that stuff. Let's save over that one. It's in episode 1. That's fine. Okay, good. That sounds wonderful. Barkham Horror. It's a corridor. We finish this next time.